Okay, a bit I forgot last time. Steve Bissette has been inducted into the Eisner Hall of Fame. He mentioned you in the thank you video they played during the ceremony, at least the version that he posted onto YouTube, screen grab for proof. And there's the screen grab. You could maybe even have Steve Bissette muted, and I'll be talking, and Steve Bissette can be giving the thank you speech while I read along. Hello from the wilds of Vermont. I wish I was there in San Diego with you. I'm very honored to now be part of the Eisner Hall of Fame. According to Jackie Estrada, I got 3 minutes. So here we go. Thanks to Mom and Dad, Marjorie and Marlene, our kids Maya, Danny, and Mike for giving me a life. Yes, applause, applause, applause. It's impossible to even picture Steve Bissette without kids. I don't even want to picture how old Maya is now, because I remember meeting Steve Bissette and Marlene for the second time at the UK Comic Art Convention, and Marlene was heavily pregnant with Maya, and I accused her of smuggling basketballs into the UK. Thanks to Sam Gladsman, Joe Kubert, and Greg Irons for putting me on this path. Thank you to Tim Varick. I don't know if that's Varick. Joe and Muriel Kubert, and all my Kubert School classmates, past, present, and future, for keeping me on this path. Thanks to James Sturm, Michelle Alley, and all my 7-4 Cartoon Studies classmates. Believe me, I learned more from all of you than I ever was able to impart in that classroom. I don't think that's true, but hey, it's his thank you speech. Thank you, Len, Bernie Wrightson, Karen Berger, John Toddleman, Rick Veach, Alan Moore, Marty Pasco, and all my Swamp Thing fellow muckrakers. It was an amazing chemistry. I can't thank you enough. Thanks to Dave Sim, Kevin Eastman, and all the contributors to Taboo for believing in this crazy project called Taboo. Thank you, Jim Valentino, and all my 1963 partners. You made my doing Tyrant possible. So I'm going to refer you to YouTube, where my long form thank you has been posted. Thanks to Steve Jaru, who shot this. I hope that's spelled correctly. I'm going to say that right now, despite what a lot of geezers like my generation keep saying. I'm pretty sure that's geezers. It's written as geysers, but I think it's supposed to be geezers. The best comics and graphic novels I've ever read in my entire life are being published and happening right now. And I've got something to say to all you creators out there and budding creators out there. Don't look to my generation. Look to your generation and the future generations. Creators like John Jennings, Joel Christian Gill, Raina Terramire, Jay Stevens, Chuck Forrestman, Melissa Mendes, Beth Hetland, and all the current creators out there. I'm pretty sure there's probably a bunch of spelling mistakes in there, but sincere apologies to all of the names I'm not familiar with. They're doing the best work of this generation. And I urge all of you, creators and budding creators alike, make sure you own your work. You know, all the work we did on Swamp Thing, I didn't get invited to one movie premiere. We never got invited onto any sets. But Chuck Forsman, that's probably the same guy as Chuck Forrestman. I wonder if one of those two is correct. Because he self-published his work through his Oily Comics imprint. I wonder if that's spelled correctly. He got invited to the sets in England, to the awards ceremonies in England, because Chuck retained the rights to his work. So if I got anything to impart now that I'm in the Hall of Fame and now that I'm on this video speaking to you, it's that follow your path, own your work, do your best. Happy trails to all of you. It was an auto-generated transcript, So blame the robots for any misspellings. That's going to be a new 2020s thing. Let's blame the robots. Why not? I want to just skip back and say it was an amazing experience for me to be the guy that actually said, I want you and John Tottleman to do a project. Whatever you want to do, I'll publish it. And they came up with an anthology. It's like, oh, bad idea, but it's Steve Bissette and John Tottleman. You made the offer. An anthology it's going to be. They'll find out what that involves. And I got to say, when you're talking about movies at the end there, it was definitely a trip for me when the From Hell movie came out, to look at that and go, there's a movie of From Hell. And if I hadn't said what I'd said to Steve Bissette and John Tottleman, that wouldn't have happened. I don't think it would have occurred to Alan Moore to do a Jack the Ripper historical graphic novel unless somebody came to him and said, hey, we want to do a cutting edge horror comic, like way over the edge, not just riffing on EC. So, congratulations, Steve Bissette. Long overdue being inducted into the Eisner Hall of Fame.